Hello and welcome, I'm Omega Hunter 9 and this is a tutorial video for Silicon Dawn. For those of you who don't know, Silicon Dawn is a free-to-play strategic browser-based game where you control a vast AI empire in a post-human galaxy. You can fight, explore, colonize, or conquer by yourself or with allies. I've had a lot of fun so far, hopefully you will too. Now if you haven't heard of or registered for Silicon Dawn before, there's a link in the description below, or if YouTube does something funny, it'll be somewhere else on the page. Okay, so this is what you'll see when you visit silicondawn.net, and the first thing you need to know is that you are an artellect, or an AI, or artificial intellect. And I won't read this whole block of text here, but you can when you register, which is of course the first step. So to create an account and begin building your empire, please fill out every field below. We understand that, right? So username, and give it a decent password, not some four-letter word that, oops, there we go, that your friend can guess because he knows your birthday. Empire name, noob, because we're new, right? Please select an alliance. This is a drop-down bar. You can't select an alliance yet. I suspect that in the future you will be able to, so don't give up on that, okay? And referred to by Mega Hunter 9. So if you're new and you're just seeing this video, you were referred by me. I will get a referral bonus if you put my name in there, which is cool for me. Yay! You can also do this for your friends. So if you start playing the game and you get some of your friends to play as well, you have them put your name in there, and then you will get a referral bonus. Remember me on this computer and register. So this is what you should see as soon as you've registered. You'll also have a personal message. You go ahead and read that. But this is the tutorial, and since this is a tutorial video, we're not going to go over the tutorial. So click on map and you go to your home world right off the bat. So have a look here. This looks pretty decent. You'll notice you have two resource fabricators, power reactor, AI core, construction yard. If you click on any of the squares, you can see what's in there, and you can see there's fuel resources underneath this fabricator, and then there's metal underneath this fabricator. So the first thing you want to do is determine whether or not you're going to keep this planet. So let's have a look at the number of metal resources. One of these is metal, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so there's 15 metal deposits on this planet. And let's have a look at your system. Looks like you've got some bonuses here. You've got 3 stars. They're all kind of close together, actually. That's not too great. You got a couple planets though. So let's say you want to restart, right? You just go to player, settings, down to the bottom here. Let's go to G4. That's not a 4. Okay, so let's click reset, and you can just reset your account. And let's click here to go to your new home world. Okay, so we basically have the same thing. One of these resource fabricators is definitely metal, so that makes this one metal. Yep, there it is. And let's count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so we've already got a bit of a better planet than we had before. And we're going to stick with this one, and it looks like you've got 2 stars, and there's a bunch more spaces available to them. So, wow, 3 stars. Make that 3. So, yeah, let's go with this. So you can see this little blue outline. This blue outline tells you that you own or you have something on a world in that system. And it'll lead you directly to you, right? So this is dark blue. You'll see a lighter blue for your alliance. Actually more of a green than a blue, really. So now we're going to have a look at the construction menu. Up here in your little list of options, you can see toggle construction menu. You click that and you'll see what I see here. So let's discuss these buildings. The AI core is basically where you are stored. As an artellect, an artificial intellect, you are contained in this AI core, and you can see that it's immensely expensive. Orbital elevators, these are very important, especially a little bit later. they connect you to space, and they allow you to start building and using space buildings and vehicles, fleets, capturing new worlds, etc. Research centers, they're kind of specific in their use. They increase the chance over time of unlocking a new research at your next collection. So the longer you wait, with the more research centers that you have, the greater chance that you're going to get a bonus. And I'll discuss a little bit more about that in a bit. Resource fabricators, one of the most important buildings. You can already see that you start off with 2 of these, right? And one on a metal resource, one on a fuel resource. And what this does is every turn, and 1 turn constitutes 1 in a multiplier on your collection. Every turn it gives you a certain quantity of metal, fuel, or explosives depending on which resource you have it setting on your planet. So yeah. Then you've got defense platforms, pretty self-explanatory. They basically defend the surface of your planet. Con yards are also known as construction yards. These give you building credits. You can see that right there. Oops. Right there. There we go. And so basically building credits allow you to build more buildings, and the more buildings you have, the more resources you can collect. The more resources, you can get more con yards and more buildings, and then you're growing, right? Okay, power reactors, another very important building, especially early on. You need to have a power production higher than your power usage. If your power usage goes above your power production, you get what's called a power penalty. So get reactors in order to maintain a power production that's higher than your power usage. And for every reactor that you have, you get 200 individual production. It also utilizes a certain amount of your fuel resources per turn. So make sure that you're gathering more fuel than you're using up. Finally, we have the armory, and this gives you army credits. Army credits allow you to build in the military actions menu, allows you to create an army. So you can just create an army here, call it whatever, right? And they're pretty cheap. So now we're going to go into the system construction menu. You just click toggle here, and you can see the different buildings that you get in your system. You have a missile silo. These give you missile credits, and that allows you to perform certain things under the military actions menu. I'm not really going to go over military too much in this tutorial. FTL early warn system warns you when a fleet is approaching your system. So if they're going to your system, which is in new cluster right here. So if they're headed here, then the FTL early warning system will tell you. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I haven't actually built one myself yet. Solar arrays. These are extremely useful. They give you 750 power output, and they don't consume any fuel resources, and you just have to put one around a star somewhere, right? In any of the adjacent squares that are empty. So you can't put it on top of a planet. Right. Defense platform is pretty similar to the defense platform on the ground. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just in space in your system, right? Jump gates allow you to jump from your system quickly to another system quickly. I also believe that it allows you to connect systems and their resources to you. So yeah, that's pretty useful. Shipyards give you fleet credits, and fleet credits allow you to build fleets which can transport armies and forces through space, right? So now we're going to be going over the economy menu, and you're going to be using this quite a lot. So first let's start off with collections. As you can see, I haven't collected for a while. I've got a multiplier of 39.15. That means I haven't collected for 39 turns approximately. And here you can see what you'll collect as soon as you hit this little button down here, right? Okay. you can only get a multiplier of 96, and since one turn is about half an hour, that means 2 days, and it says all of that right up here. So that's pretty simple, right? Research. Since metal is definitely one of the things you're going to utilize the most, I like to set my research to unlocking metal cost bonuses. So it will reduce metal cost. I don't have a bonus yet. So you just click change and it'll change your focus on your research. Buildings. This kind of gives you an overview of what buildings you have in your empire. And this is actually a good way to kind of keep tabs, if you are wanting to do so. Credits. This tells you how many credits you're getting per turns on your turn multiplier. So for building credits, I'm getting 3. Now you look at the collections, and we're looking at about 40 on my multiplier, and you look at the credits, and we're looking at almost 120. Well, 3 times 40 is 120. So you can see right there that it's directly related to how many credits you're getting per turn. So you already know about power. Just remember, power production needs to be higher than power usage. And resources. This tells you per turn how much metal, explosives, and fuel that you're getting. So now that we've familiarized ourselves with the game a little bit, I'd like to show you how to get started. So this is getting started. The first thing you want to do is drag a resource fabricator onto a metal deposit. So now that you have your resource fabricator on a metal deposit, just click and drag a construction yard or con yard onto an empty square, and there's a little bit of lag, so it's not showing up right away. And then you can drag a resource fabricator onto another metal deposit, and then have a look kind of at your resources. And wow, we've used up quite a few of them, haven't we? So we'll look at your power. This is something you want to keep in mind. So look at the power usage. We're at 180, and this means that pretty much right about now we're going to want to get a power reactor. So we'll click and drag a power reactor here, and what this will do will increase our production by 200. See, there you go. And now we're safe to build more buildings. But you'll also notice that we pretty much can't build anything else because we're out of building credits. So what do? You go down here to collections and collect a massive amount of resources. There we go. Okay, now I actually haven't collected for a while, which is one of the reasons why I collected so much. But you can just collect right away, and you won't get as much, but it's actually better to build a building if you can afford it after you collect than to wait to collect and then build lots of buildings all at once. The reason for this is because you don't get any kind of extra for waiting, other than maybe getting a more expensive building. So yeah, if you can afford a resource fabricator or a construction yard, then do it. Collect and buy one. You'll be thanking yourself later. Okay, so now that I have more resources, I'm just going to keep plopping these buildings down. You see, this is all pretty simple. Oh, look at this. Not enough building credits. So it tells you, you don't have to worry too much about that. So you can see you're getting a start on your world here.